Hello, everyone, and a very, very warm welcome to the IMU School of Dentistry. I'm Professor Munir Gahar Babar, the Associate Dean, and it is my absolute pleasure to be the one to greet you, our new Year 1 Bachelor of Dental Surgery students. You are about to start an incredible journey, and my goal today is to give you a clear map for the first part of that journey, your online learning environment. So over the next few minutes, we're going to walk through 6 key areas. We'll kick things off by setting the foundation for online learning. Then we'll take a tour of your digital campus. We'll get into managing your schedule, mastering your online sessions, and, this is a big one, cultivating the right mindset for success. And finally, we'll tie it all back to the amazing professional you're here to become. All right, let's dive right in. You know, how you start your studies really does set the tone for the whole semester. And getting this foundation right, especially online, isn't just a nice to have, it is absolutely essential for your success here. Look, online learning isn't some temporary fix anymore. It is a core part of modern university education all around the world. The skills you're about to build, things like digital literacy, self-discipline, remote collaboration, these are serious competencies that are going to serve you for your entire professional career. So, what's our goal today? It's to equip you with 4 key things. By the time we're done, you'll be able to gauge your own readiness for online learning, you'll know exactly what it takes to succeed, you'll be able to pinpoint your key resources, and you'll know how to practice the right kind of professional online communication. Now for the practical stuff. Let's talk about your daily routine. We're going to take a quick tour of the 2 core platforms that make up your digital campus. Think of these as the main buildings you'll be walking into every single day. It is so important you understand the difference between these 2. The IMU e-learning portal. Think of that as your digital library. It's the quiet place you go to get all your resources. Microsoft Teams, on the other hand, is your bustling virtual classroom. It's where all the live interaction, the discussion, and the teamwork happens. Remember this address, elearn.imu.edu.my. This portal is your single source of truth for all your course materials. Lecture notes, assignment details, how you'll be graded, it is all there. I want you to make it a non-negotiable habit to check it every single day. And your second key location is, of course, Microsoft Teams. This is where your learning really comes to life. Every BDS cohort gets its own dedicated team. So it's the one-stop shop for all your live lectures, group projects, and any direct communication. These 2 platforms are designed to work together perfectly. Okay, so now you know where to go. Let's talk about when to be there and, just as importantly, how to act. Managing your schedule and communicating like a professional are really the first steps you take in building your new identity. It's a simple 3-step process. First, go check out the master timetable for the whole semester. Second, and please do this today if you haven't already, download the My IMU app to your phone. This app is basically your personal assistant. It's got your personalized timetable, attendance tracking, and all sorts of tools that just make your life easier. I really can't stress this enough. From this moment on, every message, every call, every interaction you have with the academic staff is a reflection of your professionalism. You aren't just a student anymore, you are a future clinician, and it's time to start acting like one. And here is the #1 rule for that. You contact your lecturers through a Microsoft Teams message or a call, but strictly during their posted office hours. That is the proper channel, and using it shows respect for boundaries, which is a huge professional trait. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the different kinds of sessions you'll be attending. You'll figure this out pretty quickly, but they aren't all the same. Each format has a very specific purpose, and each one requires a different kind of preparation from you. This table really breaks it down nicely. For your lectures, do the pre-reading so you can listen actively instead of just scrambling to take notes. For team-based learning, or TBL, your individual prep is everything. Your team is literally counting on you. Workshops are hands-on, so come ready to get involved. Tutorials are your chance to get clarity, so bring your questions. And for problem-based learning, or PBL, you have to read the material beforehand to be able to contribute. Now, these are the non-negotiables, the rules that apply to every single session. Show up a couple of minutes early. Mute your mic as soon as you enter. It cuts out all the background noise. Keep your camera on. It's so important for engagement. And if you absolutely have to leave, send a private message to the lecturer. Never just disappear. I want you to think of these features in Teams as your professional toolkit. Don't just sit there passively. Use the chat to ask questions. Use the raise hand feature when you want to speak, and use the reactions to show you're following along. This is how you participate like a professional. And speaking of the chat, it's vital you treat it with respect. It's an official part of the academic session. It is recorded. It is reviewed. Use it for thoughtful questions and contributions, not for side conversations with your friends. So, we've talked about the tools, we've talked about the rules, but honestly, the most important piece of the puzzle is your mindset. Your success in this environment really comes down to your discipline, your proactivity, and especially your time management. I want you to ask yourself this question all the time. There is a massive difference between actively learning from a recorded lecture and just passively watching it like it's a TV show. One leads to you actually remembering things, the other just leads to stress. You know, the flexibility of learning on your own time is fantastic, but it has one huge prerequisite: self-motivation. Letting recorded lectures pile up so you can binge watch them on the weekend is a recipe for disaster. I promise you, you won't retain the information and you will fall behind because every single session builds on the one before it. This right here is probably the most important piece of advice I can give you. When you see a session in your timetable, I want you to treat it with the exact same seriousness as a clinical appointment with a patient. It is a fixed professional commitment. It is non-negotiable.
So how do you do that? How do you put it into practice? By building 3 simple habits. Number 1, show up and engage live whenever you possibly can. 2, ask your questions right then and there. And 3, review what you learned that very same day to lock it in. These habits are the absolute key.
Okay, let's bring this all together. The tools we provide you, the e-learning portal, Teams, the My IMU app, they are excellent. But at the end of the day, they're just tools. They only work for students who are organized, who are present, and who are engaged. The structure you start building today is the foundation for your entire career. And I'll leave you with this final thought. The discipline, the commitment, the professionalism you practice right now, you're not just doing it to get good grades. These are the very same qualities you will need to provide excellent care for your patients down the road. The habits you build today are for them. Welcome once again to IMU.